Hi, welcome to NPA Teaching. Today we are going to continue our discussion on types of research. From the viewpoint of objectives, a research can be classified as descriptive, correlational, explanatory, and exploratory research. Descriptive research attempts to describe systematically a situation, problem, phenomena, services, or programs and provide information about, for example, living standard of a community and describe attitude towards a particular issue. Descriptive research aims at describing social events, relations, and presents a picture of a specific details of a situation, social settings, or relationships. It is a quantitative research method that attempts to collect quantifiable information for statistical analysis. It is generally a cross-sectional studies where different sections belongs to the same group are studied. Its primary purpose is to paint a picture using words or numbers and to present a profile or classification of a types or an outline of steps to answer the questions such as who, when, where and how rather than focusing on why of the research subject. Researcher has no control over the variable. None of the variables are influenced in any way. That means the nature of variables or their behavior is not in the hands of researcher. The researcher can only report what has happened or what is happening. The second one is correlational research studies. In this research, the investigator attempts to discover or establish the existence of a relationship or interdependence between two or more aspects of a situation or variables. Generally, there are three types of correlational research, which are positive correlational research, negative correlational research, and no correlational research. Positive correlational research involves two variables that are statistically corresponding where an increase or decrease in one variable create a similar change in the another variable. For example, when an increasing in the wage rate of workers results in an increasing in the prices of goods and services in the market. The second one is negative correlational research, which involves two variables that are statistically opposite, where an increasing in the one of the variable leads to decreasing in the another variable. For example, negative correlation is if the rising in the price of goods and services cause a decreasing in the demand. The last one is zero correlational research that involves two variables that are not necessarily statistically connected. In this case, changes in one of the variable may not cause a corresponding or alternative changes in the another variable. For example, wealth and patience can be variable under zero correlational research studies because they are statistically independent. Correlational research can also be classified on the basis of data collection methods. There are three methods of data collections in correlational research studies, which are naturalistic observation method, archival data method, and the survey method. The naturalistic observation is a correlational research methodology that involves observing people's behavior as shown in the natural environment where they exist over the period of time. In this case, researcher paying a close attention towards natural behavior pattern of the subject under consideration. The second one is archival data, which involves making use of already or existing gathered information about the variable in correlational research. Since this method involves using data that are already gathered and analyzed, it is usually straight to the point. The last one is survey method, which is the most common method of correlational research. It involves random sampling of the variable or subject in the research in which the participants fill a questionnaire centered on the subject of interest. The third one is explanatory research, which attempts to clarify why and how there is a relationship between two or more aspects of a situation or phenomena. Its primary purpose is to explain why the events occurs and try to build, elaborate, extend or test the theory. Some of the most popular methods of explanatory research design includes literature search, depth interviews, focus group discussions, and case analysis. A literature search is one of the fastest and least expensive way to discover hypotheses and provide information about the subject under consideration. There is huge amount of information available on internet libraries, which may include magazines, newspaper, journals, trade literatures and academic literatures. The literature search is good to start, but it would be much preferred when well informed about the specific subject that we are studying. Otherwise, we have to use the depth interviews, which are widely used to tap the information and the experiences of the individuals with the information related to the specific subject. Another method is to gather of people who have common objective and has information about the specific problem at the hands. That means focus group discussion. In this focus group, we can have 8 to 12 members who focused on the specific problem. The last one is case analysis. In this case, or it is used when the researcher can understand and tackle the problem more efficiently by dealing with the carefully selected cases of the phenomena. So these are the various types of explanatory research, that is literature search, depth interviews, focus group discussion and case analysis. The last one is exploratory research. It is the process of investigating a problem that has not been studied or thoroughly investigated in the past. Here the purpose is to examine a little understood issue and to develop preliminary ideas about it. It is used when the subject is very new, we know little or nothing about it, and no one has yet to explore it. If we look at the types of exploratory research, there are two methods such as primary and secondary to conduct the exploratory researches. Under primary researches, we have the survey polls, interviews, focus group discussion and observation methods to collect the data. And similarly, under the secondary research, we have online researches, literature search and case study researches, which we are already discussed in the previous slides. I hope you are clear about the concepts of descriptive, correlational, explanatory and exploratory research. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Thank you.